Hey, can I get a 3-piece combo? Spicy, with fries.
Sorry, coach's rules, no threes.
Wait, what?
Coach Cal's Chicken Hut. Go!
I have to tell you something.
What?
I'm leaving the island tonight.
What? Why?
I'm pissed. Mark Pope isn't here, and that's the whole reason I came.
Jared, this is a dating show. Why would he be here?
Because I'm a dreamer, Cassidy. You wouldn't understand.
Motivated Mark. This fall, the game gets deadly.
I guess this is still better than going 5-7.
Pony up. Motivated Mark.
He's done losing.
I honestly don't know shit about basketball, but I saw the live stream where Caleb lost the foot bet. And let's just say, those little doggies made me bark.
Oh, spooky. Frankenstein, a robot, and an elf.
No, ma'am. My name is Pat Kelsey. This isn't a costume.
Sure, kid, whatever. Beat it, okay?
What'd you get, buddy?
Show us, hun.
It's a motivated Mark, but I don't want to be mid.
It's okay. It's just a toy. You're not mid, little man.
I love you, sweetheart. It's all right.
Box out! Slice the lane! One more pass! Eat it! To me brackets. Full court press till their souls pop.
We're the Catican babies making big blue noise, crying about the refs like grown-up boys.
Tackle. Welcome to Stoops Bait and Tackle.
Hey, where do you keep the tackle boxes?
We don't.
You don't?
Nope. Got every worm, minnow, and net you could want. Tackle? Not a clue. Stoops Bait and Tackle Shop.
Thank you for joining the Catican, and go Cats.
Oof.
Hell of an intro.
There was a jump scare. There was a jump scare in there on the Love Island one. That got me.
Shattering our live viewer record right now. Our first impression to over 300 people is you coughing to start the show.
That was incredible work.
Appreciate it. It's the Catican. Basketball is here. Big Move Madness was awesome. Vibes have never been higher. Fella, how we feeling?
I don't think we're going to lose a game.
No.
I just, there's not a weakness on the roster. I don't know. I am very excited. I'm excited that the weather has cooled down, that basketball's on its way, that football's on its way out. And there was a lot to get excited about from tonight. John Wall was in the house. Mark Pope really knows how to put on a show. And he really can he leans into the pageantry of Kentucky basketball and owns it, plays it up. It's just so good.
I don't mean to make this immediately into a bashing on CalFest, but I have to say before Pope got here, like the last decade of Big Blue Madnesses have just been a rerun of the previous year, where we get on, we introduce the girls, we do the scrimmage, and then they introduce like the 3-point and like the dunk contest. But it was more or less just rinse and repeat every year. But now, like, they ran the scrimmage before everything else, and he's keeping us on our toes. Appreciate that. It did make me a little emotional seeing John Wall back, and then he kept reiterating that it's about the school, even though his coach isn't here. And I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, it was. And then all of that opening video with Ortega looking at the National Player of the Year award, just like
they kill it every year with those intro videos. I'm a little over.
So good.
I'm a little over playing Dream On every single year.
I like that the cheerleading team does. What is that song?
Sing it.
It's not there's no song. There's no singing to it. It's the one where they like AI'd Mark Pope into the guy who's dancing on a stage.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. The cheerleaders always put that in. They put it in the last three.
Is that is it Bittersweet Symphony? Like the remix of that?
Yeah. It's like a remix of that. Yeah. It's so good. Cracks me up because I just remember that tweet that went viral after everybody was upset about Mark Pope for a minute.
Everybody but us.
Everybody but us. Never doubted. Oh.
But for everybody watching, thank you for joining the Catican. Please like and subscribe. We've never had a bigger platform than we have right now, and you can feel the excitement for basketball in the air. I feel like that's coming off of what is a very disappointing football season, even though expectations were low. But holy shit, is football bad, and are we so happy that basketball is back? If you have any questions, please drop it in the chat. It is a 2-man game tonight, so we could lean on the chat tonight. Caleb, I did make some notes of Big Blue Madness. If you want to give me your take on some of those.
Yeah.
During player introductions, right, I think it's neat that it's a long-standing tradition that if you're from Kentucky and you play at Kentucky, typically you'll have a Kentucky-themed song to come out to. Yeah. We did someone come out to Chris Stapleton, which is cool. I believe that was Zach.
Yeah.
It's not Toe. That was our mistake. I learned that tonight. That was my first one. And of course, Jasper came out to the 6-7 song.
Mm-hmm. My kids went nuts for that.
Yeah. I liked that after every 3 or 4 introductions, we got a little ensemble number and a little dance routine from the guys. Trent had, I believe his name is Jordan Smith, come out to sing "You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive," and Jordan Smith also from Harlan.
Yep,
cool.
Won The Voice a few years back. Yeah, I used to watch The Voice with my grandparents a lot, kind of like Kentucky basketball, you know. Yeah.
Are we concerned that Jasper and Malachi and Reese Potter didn't come out to a Kentucky song? Is a character concern for them?
Maybe honestly, how disrespectful. I think that maybe we just have so many Kentucky guys, it's just like they're out of songs.
Someone could have came out the biting list.
That's true. That would have been great, actually.
I'm sorry.
I was biting list with some Louisville paraphernalia or something.
That'd be fun. Is it a bigger concern to have the Kentucky players not come out to Chris Stapleton, Tyler Childers, or any of the greats that we have come from Kentucky, or the fact that Jalen Lowe came out to a Kanye West song in the year 2025?
Yeah. I was pretty surprised by that. When Cam Williams, what did he come out to? Party in the USA?
Yeah, and that's a vibe.
Yeah.
I hate that that's a vintage song now.
That is wild. Yeah. It's like when I was a kid, it was like Barbie Girl was like the vintage girl pop song, and now it seems to be Party in the USA, which
they've memed what I grew up on. I don't appreciate it. Not even grew up on. I was solidly a teenager, nearly an adult. BG came out with his son. I'm not going to step on your joke from the group chat, so if you'd like to air that out here.
Yeah, Zakai Ziegler. Yeah, that was good. That was good of him to bring Zakai Ziegler up on stage for Big Blue Madness. Let him experience what a real fan base is like. Yeah, that was. I was like sitting there thinking like that baby needs some earmuffs. It's probably loudest shit in there. Yeah.
I took that and I found the video of them singing "Happy Birthday" to Brandon's son, and I took that video and tweeted it and said, "Wholesome BBN sings Happy Birthday to Zakai Ziegler." Didn't do numbers, unfortunately, but
maybe it's just one that somebody's got to discover.
We'll keep swinging.
Yeah.
Otega Owe, his entrance, National Player of the Year aura. No other words there. Came out to a Lamont Butler song.
Yeah, that was. I was wondering if he was singing Lamont Butler's song or something, and then luckily he wasn't. But yeah, that was pretty good. I like the callback there. I was surprised that we didn't see any of the guys, from last year's team. Just like be there somewhere.
At the end, I did see Jackson Robinson out there.
Yeah, he was apparently sitting right behind the bench, right?
It was funny to see when they bring all the players out. You see Wukash Orbs, Jackson Robinson, and Richie Farmer all standing together.
Yeah.
And is that dream blunt rotation or nightmare blunt rotation?
I don't know.
And then, of course, John Wall,
Yeah.
upstaging Pope, which is a hard thing to do at Big Blue Madness.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. It was really, very deliberate, move there to do that, like, honoring. Because John Wall, like, officially retired over the summer, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, good timing for it. Keep him close to home, right? Don't want him showing up at Big Blue Madness or whatever they do down there.
Seeing him, and it was the same entrance that he did his year at Big Blue Madness. Not quite all of the flair, but seeing him come out and he's above everybody and doing the John Wall dance. Pope's not one to hide from the nostalgia plays, and Kentucky fans will just keep eating that up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he gets it, and I think that's important. And it's something that, like, you can see now, but during the coaching search, nobody really thought about it like that. But having a coach that really gets the program and the cultural phenomena it is in Kentucky and plays up that part of it it's just good for the boosters. It's good for everything. It makes for a better show. And all of that was a big recruiting event, right? Like, we had a lot of 26, 27 unofficial visits going on.
Caleb Holt.
And
we're on Stokes watch.
Yeah, and I thought that the scrimmage was good. Seeing lobs integrated more, it seems like something that's going to be part of the offense a little bit more this year. We have the length to do it, right? But watching it be Denzel Aberdeen who smashes the first one, that was incredible. He flies.
This team has a level of athleticism that not only did we not have last year, but I'm not sure that Pope has ever been able to coach in his entire career.
Right.
So it's like he's been fighting with one arm tied behind his back the entire time, and now he's got the horses to run. And I'm very excited to see it. I have convinced myself we're going 40-0.
Yeah, and just seeing people and like Colin this year, I think looks a lot more comfortable. So, I think he's a freak athlete. I mean, we saw that flashes of that all throughout the year last year, but coming off a 2-year mission trip, it's different. But watching like him, Jasper, Yelovich just driving, it's like, oh, this is something we didn't really have last year, other than like Owe, right? And it was like the Owe go be Superman for Oklahoma game or against Duke. Jackson got hurt. I think Jackson was kind of our other guy that could do that kind of stuff. But there's just, and then Cam, Braden Hawthorne looks like a freak.
Braden Hawthorne, you saw the pro day?
Yeah,
he was awesome.
He's yeah, and I mean, just defensively, they're just going to be completely annoying to anybody because they're so long. Yelovich was the most surprising to me today. I think just seeing him, he looked even more comfortable today than he did in the pro day.
Yep.
And then watching him just smack threes, and then watch him walk beside Mark Pope and be the same height, if not taller. I was like, oh, this guy is like a 7-footer, right? Like with shoes on, he's a 7-footer, and he's doing that stuff, and he's getting into the rotation. I think Mo, he looks like one of those dudes that is just perfect for SEC play to go rip rebounds.
We've seen it.
Just bully ball. Yeah, exactly.
And I think another thing that Mo brings that I don't think we've mentioned before is that he does play so physical that when he's bringing that to practice, now the guys are more acquainted to what a SEC style player is.
Right.
And that'll rub off, and it's not going to catch them quite surprised as we did last season going into SEC play when maybe we weren't.
Yeah. It was a lot to, I mean, it's Big Blue Madness. It's a blue-white scrimmage and some contests, but it's very fun. We got to see some of the talent and see a little bit of that athleticism that, I mean, like last year, I think that the team far exceeded everybody's expectations. we were pretty hurt and banged up and still made Sweet 16 and lost to a team that we'd already beaten twice that year, right? So it's like, and we beat 5 top 10 teams, beat Duke, overall very successful year. And then just to see like, oh, there's a little bit more tools in the toolbox for this year. It's something that I think it's going to become apparent quickly, and it's going to make for a very, very fun non-conference, because I think that they're going to have to like figure out what's the optimal lineups and play times for each person and all that stuff. And in those games where you have the opportunity to experiment, they're going to, and they're going to have to, because we have so many dudes that can play. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I do also think that we're going to see some dudes get their names called during the draft, which is going to be good for recruiting.
A lot of projections for next year's team, and I'm not wishing away my weekends because I'm really looking forward to watching this team. Has Cam Williams sort of penciled in to next year's team? I wouldn't do that. What are you drinking?
It's a sour monkey,
brother.
Oh man,
look at us! Cheers, brother.
Look at that.
Look at us. We should kiss.
We should.
So watch our viewers just drop after that. If you don't like that, you don't like this show.
We got any good chats?
I will check it. Danny Haley says we didn't get to see any of it here in Harlan, Kentucky, because we can't get SEC Network Plus down here. So how can we get to see it? The Catican. That's tough, especially in Harlan when Harlan gets a.
Yeah, Harlan is the only town in Kentucky that got a specific shout out today.
Yeah. There's a streamer on YouTube that has it, but he does quite a bit of yapping, so it's a workaround there. Someone named Ben on here says the Catican isn't my favorite podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do appreciate that. And then he says that remains to be seen, because this person's name is Ben. We also have a podcast with a guy named Ben who isn't here tonight. So. And then someone says, where's my bonbon? It's a good question. So we'll check it. Jasper Johnson teaches Zumba classes on the side, FYI. I don't know if that's true, but I sure hope it is.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems like he seems very flexible, which is good for an athlete, right? I think it's one of the more underrated aspects of athleticism is rhythm, flexibility. And he seemed smooth today. I think it was the last shot of the game, right? Everybody's just like slapping him all the way to the rim, and he just finesses his way to the rim. Very nice.
So good
moves. He's got a good bag.
Danny comes back and says, well, I guess y'all aren't going to answer my question in here, guys. I respect the gusto. How do we mod Danny? I will consider it. He is flying up the leaderboards in my favorite commenter in channel history.
I think,
and then he repeats the question. Danny is a legend.
I think that you can go watch Big Blue Madness replay probably on ESPN. If you go in there and you search, because that's how I found it, was just like on the website, and I searched Big Blue Madness and it popped up. So there might be a replay already, and if not, I would imagine that the school or the athletic department or somebody, one of those channels, is going to post a recap at least of Big Blue Madness.
Wildcat Mania says Stokes might commit tomorrow because it's his birthday. Possibility. I'm not holding my breath for it. I do believe he eventually ends up a cat. I do have a whole lot of AI slop prepared in that case, but I mean, the high school kids, they'll make up their mind when they do.
Yeah. I think that that would just be huge for recruiting in general, right? And also he's very fun to watch. I don't think we've had like one of those types of dudes that are just like bullies to the rim, right? In a while. And he just, it's like it's just superiority on the court. It's very fun to watch the way that he plays basketball, and he's got some shit talking to him that's very fun. I would imagine for it to be on your team, like, but everybody else hates him, right? And that's the kind of guy he would be, and that'd be very fun.
Wildcat Mania comes back and says Cam Williams will be in the NBA draft. I believe it. Like, he's got the size and the shooting ability. Someone will certainly draft him.
Yeah, and I think, and I'm not sure how, like, this is going to be something I think that Mark Pope hasn't dealt with really, but like Braden Hawthorne, he might have limited minutes, but then again, it's like, how do you keep him off the court? I don't know, but he looks like an NBA prospect, and people are noticing, and he's going to get invited to like draft stuff, and I think people, like, there's going to be teams that fall in love with him and say, hey, if you're there in the 20s or whatever, we're going to take you. And how do you keep him from doing that, right? That's something that I could see happening for real. But then again, it's like the NBA draft money in late first, early second is, how competitive is that with
NIL?
Yeah. So, yeah.
I do like the idea of, even this season, that you have the ability to have Quaintance and Hawthorne and Cam Williams all on the floor at the same time, and just the switchability on defense, and just how much trouble that's going to give teams.
Right.
It doesn't really even matter who the other two guys are in there, because if those guys are playing good D, then goodness gracious, that's going to be awesome.
And it's crazy that tonight we had such a showcase of talent, and we did not have the lottery pick guy and the guy who people say might be National Player of the Year. That's nuts.
Yeah. Unreal. Yeah. It's just a casually, just like a five-star shooting guard from Kentucky. Like,
right.
Whatever.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about the depth for sure. Jalen Lowe looks like very commanding on the court, which is good. I think that he's going to be one of those point guards that just bugs the hell out of the other team, which Lamont was, and the best point guards in the SEC were last year. But he does have a unique ability to get to the rim, and it looks like his shot was pretty good today.
Yep. I do have to go back to what you're saying about Colin Chandler, because how have we gotten 20 minutes into the show and we haven't talked about the Colin Chandler dunk yet?
Yeah. I was very impressed. I mean, first off, it takes a lot of cojones to do the John Wall thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it was, if you don't get that first try, you're screwed.
Right.
And he nailed it.
Yeah. And he flew. My kids were all like, how did he jump that high? How did he go that far? But the first dunk he did was so impressive to me, because he touches his feet with that ball. Like, he went all the way down. Like, that kind of like momentum shifting is ridiculous.
It's so funny to be able to just dunk like that when you look the way that he does.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, and I'm sure, like, in person, since he's like, what, 6'5", 6'6", it's probably different to see him in person. But like on TV, he's like choir boy, right?
Yeah.
And just to watch him, just fly through the air like that, it's
the
very,
hair is
very
so blonde.
Yeah.
And so curly.
Oh yeah.
And the dunks are so nasty. I watch the NBA slam dunk contest every year, and I've come to the conclusion I can't tell really what is a good or bad dunk live. I go purely based on what the audience does, unless it's Colin Chandler dunking. And I'm like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's so obviously cool. But John, it was a bad pass from John Wall. It was too high.
Yeah.
And Colin went up. He was getting uppies like Pat Kelsey talking to Mark Pope. It was just Southern Full Revival. I'm pretty sure these are my parents. I think I remember every game showing those highlights. Question: where were you when Sparks was fouled in that Louisville game? Do you remember the most dangerous man on the court? Caleb, do you remember the Patrick Sparks Louisville?
I was in elementary school.
Okay.
So
I believe so was
biggest Patrick Sparks memory was, is his foot on the line, is it on the line? Right. Like that was the biggest in the tournament. Do not remember that specifically.
And we don't have to relitigate was this foot on the line, not on the line. What I think is the more interesting argument is that Patrick Sparks was fouled as well.
Yeah.
But they didn't call the foul. Foot wasn't on the line. He was also fouled. We should have won that game. It's been 20 years. But that one we were down big at half against Louisville, and we had it was that same season as the foot on the line, and we came back and we won in Freedom Hall, and it was at the end, and Patrick Sparks pump faked from the corner, and a Louisville player flew into him, and Sparks got off the three, and we won the game on free throws. It was sick. On it, Sparks also was the inbounder, so he just inbounded it, and they passed it right back to him, and he was open. So that should answer that question. Brandon says, "Where's the mustache man? He carries the show, to be frank." So true. He is the one ball knower on the show.
That is true. Yeah. We need real information.
Yeah. Not just you and me. We're just here to just pick up the vibes, keep the show fun.
It's a very vibe-based podcast tonight, which Big Blue Madness is vibes. Right?
I feel like this is the two that you want for BBM.
Yeah.
You can't have the nerd in here giving, actual analysis and statistics. If you came here for that, you came to the wrong place.
So do we have another blue-white game?
Yeah, we have a blue-white game. I believe so. Yeah.
Do we get OA back right now?
That's the question. The thing is, even tonight or in pro day, and we're watching the team operate, they look really good. We don't have our best player or the guy who's going to be drafted top 10 in the next NBA draft.
The guy who probably has the most impact on whether or not we make a long run in like the Elite Eight, Final Four. Like Quaintance is ridiculous. And if you guys haven't gone and just creeped every video you can about him and every highlight from Arizona State, he is an incredible athlete. Like just like inhuman the way that he moves at that size. And and we still looked very athletic and very good tonight, which I mean,
what do you think was probably better, his on the court highlights at Arizona State or his probable off the court highlights at Arizona State?
Yeah, his off the court, his personality is much different than you would think. I think
that's true,
because he is still a kid. Like, and most of like the interviews and stuff from him are like I think he was 16 when he was starting to play at Arizona State.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So yeah, he was probably actually playing basketball.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I think that he's going to be that, like, Willie, won't he play? I don't know. And it's like kind of probably a little bit of a needs-based thing, I would think. Because I think that he, like, physically is doing very, very well with his rehab stuff. So, but why risk it, right? When we start playing whoever. But then again, it's like Louisville's pretty quick.
Yeah. And you say, Willie, won't he play? But the real question is, won't he do it?
That's true.
Won't he do it? God's a Kentucky fan, is what I'm saying.
That is true.
The audience. So, see, this is why we need Ben, because everything just turns into.
Hey, I agree
a bit. What are your thoughts? Because obviously we're in the blue-white game, and hard to get really any real takeaways from that. Because anytime we see something good, we'll be like, oh, the offense sucks or the defense sucks.
Right.
Do you think that we beat Purdue probably without OA and Jaden Quaintance?
Yeah, because it's an exhibition, right? Where I don't know. And it's going to be weird because I think that Mark Pope is very good at bringing together a team quickly. Like I think at the beginning of the year last year, we looked really good because there were a lot of teams that hadn't got it together yet, and we had. But Purdue is one of those teams that's bringing like everybody back, so they're going to have their stuff together, I think. But they're preseason number 1, right?
I'm gonna be honest. You caught me here sleeping. I'm not entirely sure. It wouldn't surprise
Like
me if
they
they
Houston,
were.
I think.
Yeah, they're certainly higher than us. I wouldn't be surprised if we just got blasted by Purdue. We are missing probably if not our 2 best players, our 2 most high-end players, and certainly our number 1 best player.
Right.
But it's a good learning experience for them. I'm not gonna take too much from it. I will say, Arkansas beat Kansas last year. So what's really to be gathered from these exhibition games?
Yeah.
But if we do win, national title.
That's true. Yeah. If we don't win, it's just an exhibition. We don't have our guys. They play weird game scripts, all that kind of stuff, right? If we win, you can take all of the conclusions to putting all of your money, any expendable income that you have, on a Kentucky national championship.
Yeah. It's free real estate as a fan.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want with that game.
That is true. There are no principles in fandom, right? Like we use sports as a healthy outlet for our irrational human behaviors. And yeah.
I think that's one of the first things you ever told to me when we were getting to know each other.
I vehemently believe that. And that like if you don't have the relationship that relationship with sports, then you put it in something else that's unhealthy, like politics or something, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jacob says, where are you going to watch Louisville and Kentucky on November 11th? Just at my house. You're getting ready to hang out with you guys.
I think I'm going to be, I'm my brother's wedding that weekend. So
I'll
be in Kentucky, but out west in the Jackson Purchase region of Kentucky.
Very cool. This absolute disgusting crime to human nature to have Kentucky Louisville as our 3rd game of the regular season.
It is weird. It's so weird. Yeah. And that's just like a consequence of what all this conference and like TV money stuff. Ugh.
Then I think we are caught up with the chat now. Brian says thought we were watching Big Blue Madness. I may have been misleading with the thumbnail. That could be my bad. I do believe I put recap in the title.
It is.
And this was already on. But we appreciate you for stopping by. Caleb, that is everything that I have, unless you have anything that you wanted to cover about.
Yeah, for sure. Is there any players that we missed out on?
We didn't talk the 3-point contest, but we already knew that
Trent Noah is going to have
Yelovich was the bigger takeaway.
Yeah, Yelovich I think was the most surprising. I know like everybody's been talking about Trent all summer, just like money. He also looks physically different this year. I think he's got some length to him.
Got some girth.
Got some girth, but there's going to be games I think where we need that like string of threes, like Kobe Bryant did last year, right? And I think it's got to be him to be in that position, right? Like if he's hitting threes like that, we had. It feels like dozens of those games where some random guy would come off the bench and put up 30 from 3 on us all throughout the Cal era. And it feels like he would be that on somebody else's team. But then for us, it's just like we need some.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah,
that is good.
Good one, Mark. I missed that when I was going through the chat. I saw it there. I thought it was funny. Didn't mean to throw you off, Caleb. My bad.
Oh no, it's all good. I just think, Kobe Bryant left some fuego in Lexington, and Trent Noah picked it up. So
the idea of Otega, Owe, and Yelovich running any sort of pick and pop where you could either have Otega going downhill or passing it back to an open Yelovich is what's fueling me right now as a human being.
Malachi. We haven't talked about Malachi. Malachi looks like he belongs, which is that's the hardest thing for like a center to come into like SEC basketball. Danny, I think if you go on the ESPN website, you might be able to find some stuff. That's how I did it. Somebody will certainly have it up tomorrow. Anyone got the O_O Kentucky YouTube channel? They can drop in the chat for Danny, because it'll certainly be up there probably tomorrow or within the next day or two. That legend who posts every Kentucky game. Somebody in the chat knows what I'm talking about. Lando or Boogeyman or probably even Joel Spivey. They know. Oh, and he already posted it. Somebody knows. Oh, Lando showing up for us. Lando.
That one will have it for you, Danny. We do appreciate you hanging out with us, Danny. Please consider giving us a like or subscribe. Glad we're serving the people tonight, Caleb.
That's true.
Ben's not here because Ben didn't want to help.
That's true. So yeah, Malachi, I think coming in and being a big man in SEC basketball is tough as a freshman, and he looks the part, which is good. It's pretty pretty uniquely mature for a freshman to come in and do that.
Him and BG pushing each other in practice, and JQ's not even there yet. I believe you and I both are the two biggest BG leavers
that is true.
On the show. National Player of the Year, either him or Trent Noah. The storylines coming off this team of two players on the same team competing with each other for National Player of the Year.
Wait, we got a Trent Noah to BG lob in the scrimmage.
That's true.
And I need to get back. I need to go back and I need to screen grab that exact thing because it's just perfect.
Right after we both say that we're Brandon Garrison believers and that he's a National Player of the Year candidate, our viewers dropped by 20.
That'll do it. That's the BG. What was the non-believers?
Yeah, they're BG agnostic.
Yeah,
agnostic. Yeah,
agnostics.
And that's what we're doing here. We're changing hearts and minds.
That's true.
We're making new BG leavers by the day, but you know the real one to do that would be BG himself, and they'll see like Brandon here. He'll learn.
Brandon, how you gonna forsake your namesake like that?
So true. Amber asks, how can you rewatch this? Is this Big Blue Madness or our show? On our channel, we have a tab that has live, and you can rewatch this and any of our other previous episodes and have a grand time.
And in Big Blue Madness, I would think, other than like the YouTube channels that come in clutch, the other YouTube channels that come in clutch or on ESPN's website, usually stuff like this gets posted on their video archives.
Yep.
So
I believe we've covered everything. I think we've covered this Big Blue Madness top to bottom more than we have any sort of game or anything like that. And I think we should both give ourselves a pat on the back for a job well done. And the audience being relatively mean to us tonight, and we were able to help out our new friend Danny.
That's true. Yeah, I'm glad basketball is back. Number 9. Oh, what was the song? What was the song that still haven't? What's the song they played at the beginning of the Big Blue Madness?
I'm sorry that I'm failing you here.
Oh, somebody knows it. It was good. It was perfect.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was exactly. I'm hearing it in my mind, and I cannot put the words.
Sounds good.
I hear
Sounds like it's a good song. Jill Spivey coming back with the Bittersweet Symphony.
No.
They do play that 30 times a night.
Still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, the U2 song. Yeah.
Yes.
That was sick.
Thank you, Lando. Good.
Lando helping the show out tonight. Honorary producer Lando.
Executive.
Maybe.
Executive producers are fake producers, right?
I think so. I think those are the guys who I think they put in money. I'm never quite sure what they do. I also don't know what a key grip does. I have a lot of questions about Hollywood.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe Lando can answer those questions for us too.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm good. Are you good, buddy?
I'm good.
All right.
Thanks.
We'll see everybody for the blue-white game. I don't know if we're going to cover the football game. Maybe we'll talk some football during the blue-white one, but nobody watches when it's a football game. So
yeah, is it Texas next week?
You know, if it's really, really good and we win, or it's really, really bad, I think we should cover it because either of those could be fun. The nightmare scenario is it's like how it has been, like the Georgia game, and we lose and it's boring.
Yeah,
those are the ones that are impossible to cover.
Yeah,
but we appreciate everybody for coming out. For Caleb, I'm Jared. Thank you for joining the Catican, and go Cats.
Go Cats.